Hi guys, it's Punchy, and today I'm going to be talking about my first experience in Deepwoken. Of course, the game has dropped, and if you want to try it yourself, I recommend doing that. This will have spoilers, and if you don't want to be spoiled, I recommend skipping off this video. Thank you. As I loaded in, I was super impressed with the menu and very excited to start it off, so I began to make my first character. I decided to stay with the Grimoire race because I really enjoyed how it looked, and I picked a medium weapon and my fire attunement. I wasn't really sure on how the boon and flaw system works, so I ended up picking Squeamish. Personally, I think that one is very good because it doesn't do any impactful things to me as a Grimoire because I do end up having more stomach. I think that's what it talks about, you lose stomach when you kill people. And to finish off the character creation, I named my first character Wax because he does look like a melting candle, and I was using fire, so it only makes sense. The first thing I wanted to do was make a guild, because of course I wanted to play with my friends. I had heavily underestimated what it took to make a guild. At the time it was just very time consuming, so it wasn't something I did like in my first couple hours. It did take a little bit to make the guild. The first thing I wanted to buy was my weapon manual so I could get my spear build started, but I also wanted to find some armor. Unfortunately at this time I was actually broke, so no armor for now. We just ended up getting the weapon manuals and heading over to the docks. Something that I thought was funny was that I was glowing for no reason, which ended up being the ability of the CAPRA. I thought I was going to explode or something since it was only happening to me, and my friend didn't even tell me. So anyway, that's the CAPRA'S ability. It removes insanity if you target somebody. You have to be near a campfire, but this was on release, so that was kind of bugged. But I thought I was going to explode because, we don't know what these things are. We eventually made it to the docks after running around in circles forever. Like, we had no idea what's going on here. I don't understand where I'm supposed to be going. So after scouting it out, checking finally, we made it to the docks, and this was where we're gonna go to the next island. How we're gonna progress? There was no monsters on this one, so we had to go kill them. Get all of our stuff ready to fight some monsters to level up. After that, I began to drive the boat. I had kind of a brief idea of where I was supposed to be going, but I didn't really know exactly where these islands were. There's no log posts like all of the One Piece games, up to my knowledge, but we were just heading off in a random direction. It was very difficult for me to steer this boat, and they were making fun of me for it because, I don't know how to do this. I thought it was going to be like a Roblox boat. The boats we're used to in Rogue Lineage, they're more like planes, okay? Those things fly. But this one, I was getting used to it. It was very different from what I was, accustomed to, but we eventually made it to our next island. At this point, I actually realized, this was the time I sat down and I was like, dang, we're really playing Deepwoken. It doesn't even feel real, but, that's when I realized it. After this, we invaded the island and started killing everything. Of course, we were not used to this combat system, and we didn't expect that it would be very chaotic to be fighting in group. So what you want to be doing is you want to let people do their own fights, and then you want to help them out if they get hurt. At this point, we were all trying to team fight and getting ourselves hurt. That was not what we wanted to do, but we ended up getting some cool loot drops and leveling up in the process. As you can see in here, I actually got my first fire ability. I think I picked the chokehold, but that's pretty solid actually. Super solid, one of the better grabs because it lunges you out instead of some of the other ones where you have to be very close. This one was nice because it assisted me throughout the whole playthrough. This is one of my first close encounters with death. I was not prepared for this drop. I was also used to Rogue Lineage trees where you could jump on top of the trees. Again, these trees are not solid. I just fell right through and I should have died, but again, be careful of that, guys. Don't make sure. There's no Roy Haru Shinobi tree, okay? This is something you're gonna pass through. In about 30 minutes, we just turned back, and I ended up getting some threads. Definitely getting dripped out for our group.
You need an egg?
Oh no, I got noodles! I made ramen!
Wait, what? Let's see it. Oh, that's sick.
Are we getting this guard too?
Yeah, he's in here too.
Oh my god, he's literally in here perfectly.
Yo, he's posing.
Alright, boom, got it.
Send it.
That's the pick, bro. Hell yeah.
Something I wanted to note was that if you're ever just playing by yourself, be very careful because this combat is very reliant on your ping. I don't know if I'm just bad or anything, this is a couple hours into the game, but this Dagger NPC was messing me up. I've heard that Dagger NPCs are crazy, and I'm like, damn, this Avengers level threat, S level hero type stuff, I gotta chill. But this dude almost soloed, 2v1. Look at this stuff. I think I'm doing okay, right? But this guy's going crazy on me. Sorry, scratch that. I mean like 4v1, 3v1. This thing's messing us up. Oh yeah, forgot to mention something. So at this camp, this is like the most dangerous spot. I guess that's for bandits in this secondary island. Obviously, there's monsters and things like that, but a lot of crazy stuff can happen. So like, this is one of the clips. I got knocked, and freaking Archmage shows up with Conqueror's Hockey or something. Like, dude, some crazy sorcerer type stuff. I don't know if you can learn this, but this was slowing me down. I couldn't do anything. It's almost like a time stop. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't even want to hit him. I just tried to get out of that area as soon as possible. So yeah, that is an enemy you can fight.
Like 9 of them.
Did you guys go in the direction of the monster?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're in the little temple over here.
Alright.
Emerald. I have
Right next to the
so much
shark?
stuff on me worth so much money. We gotta get back to like.
Punchy, do you think this is a good idea?
Yeah, we need to go to town. Guys, I'm telling you. Town.
Punchy, hit it!
Alright, what about the monster?
Oh my god.
What do you?
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
Punchy, hit it!
Shark thing. Don't fight
Okay.
it.
oh my god.
Oh my
I died.
Oh.
idea.
Yeah, we need to go to town. Guys, I'm telling you.
This is
Town.
a quest, I guess?
Over
Punchy,
there.
hit it!
Guys, what about the monster?
What do you? Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Punchy, hit it!
Shark thing. Don't fight it.
Oh
Don't fight
my
Okay.
god.
Oh my...
After a little while, I actually ended up making my guild, which is the Coffin Fleet. Very, very fun to actually unite everybody, and I met up with Hamra. So just Hamra is one of my homies, and he is a Wave 1 player, so he has a little bit more information than us, and he was carrying me for a little bit. We went to I think the secondary island that you're supposed to be, sorry, the third island you're supposed to be fighting at when you're around level 40 or so. And they have some crazy monsters with some crazy loot drops, so I was definitely loving it. There are some nasty monsters that will one-shot you if you're ill-equipped, but I had this skill that I had, fire move that spawns a campfire. Very useful. I would recommend that if you are a fire player. Very, very useful for your group. You just place down a campfire and it costs some ether. You're good. That's pretty much all it is. So this area has some very, very nice drops. As you can see, this is like the drippiest outfit I've had so far. Very, very good for, you know, high-level players. I think it's around level 40, but I'm not going to spoil it too much for you. All I'm going to say is that I got out of that area since I wasn't the right level. But yeah, I definitely say check that out when you guys are ready. After I escaped those barren wastelands, I was I felt like I was ready. I felt like I was set, and I just wanted to do some practicing. So over here, I was leveling up some of my medium weapon mastery. So this place is on the Vigil spawn, I believe it is, and it's very, very useful to get used to the combat. I was getting a little bit better, I think. I was playing in some Georgia Wi-Fi, but you know, getting used to this combat will definitely be extremely, extremely important if you know you're fighting people in different pings, different servers. So I'd recommend this Vigil plays. It's exactly what you want to be doing. After this, I wanted to meet up with my friend who was in the server, and I couldn't really reset. So I figured I might as well just, you know, kill myself in the water and level up after. This was the dumbest decision I could have made because I went to the Void Sea. I did not know the Void Sea, or I guess the regular sea, if you die in this sea, you will end up in the depths. And the way I did this, I chose to drown myself and have no water, no hunger, anything, and I ended up in the depths like this with no hunger, no nothing. So that was extremely scary. So beyond this playthrough, I had never been to the depths. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not too sure on how this works. I did see a video on how to escape, but I was heavily doubting myself because as a fire user, I can't use fire underwater. And this was scaring me a little bit because that one campfire spell I was talking about, I thought it was going to restore all my health, but you know, that was not going to work. Luckily, I met up with this guy and we decided to help each other out. He was in a little bit of a pinch, so I helped him climb all the way up. And we were able to get to the elevator together, I think. I think he survived. I'm not too sure. Like, on day one, this place has the craziest vibe, I think. This is the scariest place you can really be because, I mean, if you die here once, you're done. And I'm really glad that they pulled it off. The music team definitely brought this place together. It's extremely unique and makes it such an eerie place to escape from. So I finally made it to the elevator, and I was like, yes, I finally made it. I finally made it. But to my surprise, that was not the case. Apparently, if you're a high enough level, things will be spawned on you. And of course, the thing that gets spawned on me is the first monster that has taken my life in this game. Of course, like, I should have practiced on this guy, but as of now, I still have no idea how to kill this guy, but he was messing me up. Personally, I thought that fire would not work at all. At the end, I tried using it, and it did work. So maybe next time I go to the depths, I'll be ready to take on this guy. So, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I have played through an entire life cycle of a character on day 1. So, in the future, I'm definitely going to be bringing back this build. I want to min-max. I know what's good and what's bad. And I want to bring this guy, this Wax. I'm going to remake him. I'm going to make him better. But so far, I'm really loving this game. So yeah, that was my day 1 experience. And of course, I'm going to be making more videos like this. And please support me. Please subscribe if you're interested in watching videos like this.